Hi class, it's Jonathan Sandman. My community I will be discussing in the presentation is Woodbridge, Virginia. I've been living here for over a year now. The Google Maps to the left there is kind of a nice little outline of the size of Woodbridge. Next I'm going to show some photos of my community. This is the overhead aerial shot of the Belmont Bay, where I live. The next shot here is my house, with and without snow, as you can see. Here are the crime statistics. Be the first thing to discuss since it is the number one element in a good community. There are some interesting facts of the statistics. As you can see, the 5-year crime rate has decreased, even though the population has increased. That is actually a good sign of a safe community. Usually with the increase in the population, there will be increases in crime. Next here, I discuss a little bit of the races in the households in the Woodbridge area. As you can see, whites predominant, followed by African Americans, Hispanics, and Asians. The household size is fairly on par with Virginia as the Commonwealth as a whole. A lot of these numbers were actually pulled from 2016, so it would be interesting to see if any of those numbers really changed over the course of the 2 years. Here's by institution, broken down by males and females. Men predominantly are construction, extraction occupations, followed by management, whereas females are dominant in office and administrative occupations, followed by sales and related occupations. Now, I think this is an interesting piece to understand because I think this leads people to commute to Washington, D.C. There are a high number of commuters, at least in my community here, that commute to Washington, D.C. or Fort Meade. But I also want to add that the relationships in the community are fairly strong. Individuals that live here are not anonymous. We do know one another. We hand wave, talk to each other. The Belmont community hosts live band concerts by the marina during the summer times. The residents are always out there just lounging out. It's a free, no cost to us. We do have community pool. There's community events that are always happening. With the bands, it could be Taco Tuesday or something. There's always an event that is being planned. So the relationships here are very good in that respect. Next, we're going to discuss a little bit about the religion statistics. I was kind of surprised at this. As you can see, the nun category just dominates all other religious adherents, followed by the Catholics and evangelicals. Once again, this is another area I'm pretty surprised in, even though there's a lack of the nun category, a lack of a religion that doesn't seem to have affected the socially isolated people. We do have a sense of community here, even though there's a lack of religious ties or beliefs. Next here is the whole person principle, pretty much. The number of companies is pretty high, I think. The one that really stands out for contributing to the good community whole person principle is the educational attainment is 90.7%. That's pretty good, I think. I'm interested to see how we stack up with other communities in that regard. Persons in poverty is 7.8%, and medium household value sitting at a good 325,000, which is a good thing for me to know because I am thinking about buying a home. One number that kind of threw me off a bit were the veterans numbers. As reported here, it's 532. I thought that number would have been a little higher. A lot of retirees tend to stay in this area, but maybe they're living in the Maryland side or another community. I also want to say that the predictability for the community is very easy to follow and understand. Our daily routines are very predictable. We know that between 6 and 8 o'clock, Monday through Friday, you're going to be stuck in traffic. And that's just life here. You know that you're going to be there. You might as well enjoy it because you're not going anywhere. Accidents in the mornings seem to always throw off. So as far as predicting your routine in the morning, you just accept it. You can try to leave early, but you know that it's just going to happen that you're going to show up to work on time anyway, regardless of how early or late that you leave. Social structures and recognized places. We definitely have that here, I think. We do have the homogeneity. I also want to add that opportunities are definitely very high here. I think that could be seen in educational attainment. That will tie into employment opportunities, income opportunities. As you can see with the number of companies, there's a lot to choose from and a lot of opportunity to succeed. Even though there is a high cost of living, it's offset by one's income. Here are the statistics on men and women and age as well. So this is also a good sign of the homogeneity. Probably said that wrong. I definitely fit into this category with the median resident age, as well as the men and women. As you can see, they're pretty much equal. So there is a fairly good equal sense when it comes to sameness in the community here. Some things that I would try to change or improve, though, in the community is definitely the traffic, the commuting piece. Though the community does seem to be investing money in that, they are doing construction on Route 1 where I live. to widen the roads. So overall, though, I think I live in a fairly good community by these standards. Of course, there's no such thing as a perfect community. Um, and that should conclude my presentation here. Thank you.